Welcome back to Antiques, and More Antiques Guild. Here today at the show, we have the historical imperial chair that was used by former Pearson Republic monarchs and symbolized our sovereignty. Seen here with former Queen Oreo I, the imperial chair has historical Baroque styles with a sense of majesticness and authority. According to the president's office, it is worth 1,000,000 puros, but sadly, it is not for sale, no matter how much we harass the office. News from the Ministry of War. The Navy has come back from their expedition from Lake Tenkiller. The Navy sailed along the coast of the lake with our flagship, the PRS Paddlefish, and sailed on the commercial vessel on the Illinois River, and documented many things on their voyage, including landscape and nature for the Ministry of Science. Naval infantrymen built Fort Bottle to establish Pearsican presence near Lake Tenkiller. Grand Admiral Homeboy of the Navy expressed great achievements made by our naval men. In other news, the President will address the nation in a press conference to discuss news of new alliances, friendship, regional superpowers, internal improvements, and Collins' route, and more. Stay tuned. Welcome back to The Bill and Bilson Show. Hey, Bilson. Hi, Bill. Why the sad? Well, I bought this hat with all my savings, but it makes me look dumb. Well, that's too damn bad. Oh. This show was brought to you by the charity Never Talk to a Mr. Free. Around the Pearson Republic, there are many trees, but from the trees, some say you can hear a strange creature, known as the cicada. Cicadas are bugs known to burrow underground, but this burrow caused the destruction of the land, for many creatures such as armadillos like to dig underground for these cicadas for a meal. Our nation is also known for its dogs galloping in the fields of Garrett National Park. Near the port of Skinkston, the Pearson Republic is known for its avian variety, including the great blue heron that flies across the Bay of Bengal. As we see here in the dodgeball drafts, 2 players are contestant between the Diabito Commanders and the Paddlefish Boaters. See who will become the next players for the dodgeball teams. Gardeners and farmers within the Pearson Republic need to be wary of any blights or viruses within plants that have low calcium that might be affected. It could spread fast and infect many plants. Another major danger is critters eating on your crops, such as grasshoppers or aphids. Always use Sevens dust or any other form of deterrent to protect your crops.
I'm Mike Pearson. I'm the Minister of the Interior and the Environment, and I'm here to give you a hunting and fishing year-end review. So the deer hunting was pretty good this year. Preston Pearson got a small buck at a draw hunt in Okmulgee County. You can see the picture of the deer here. We'll post that later. And then later in November, I got a pretty good size 8-point in Okmulgee County, private property on our protectorate's land. Or we're the protectorate, right? On the land that we're the protectorate over. And then we had Mason, beginning of turkey season, getting his last youth turkey season turkey in Bixby, Oklahoma. And then about a week later, me and Adam Horton of Horton Land, who we were protected over, killed a couple of turkeys. We got a double, two at once, on Horton Land property. And then the most recent expedition we took in the United States was fishing on the Illinois River for smallmouth using little grubs. And we probably caught about 15 or so smallmouth bass. And it was a pretty good year for the outdoors. This year, in the American safaris, we also were able to harvest a coyote to cull some of the predators and keep the deer herd numbers up. I made a nice skull mount out of that, and you'll see that in this video. And then we also had a pretty good year of rabbit hunting, where we started training the young pups, Slash and Sugar. And they're just now starting to run, and Ruby's starting to run really well. And you can see in this photo that we had a good hunt, and I believe that was February of 2025. Thank you.
As I watch the cardinals fly through the air, I can't help but think there's something there. The strength of a nation worth more than a million, 'cause the Pearson Republic is there to help with our share. And you'll never feel lonely again with your best friends down at the Pearson Republic, where people who will treat you just like equals. At the Pearson Republic, where people who will treat you just like equals. I know it might feel like the Goonash is closing in, but just remember that you've got friends, 'cause down at the Pearson Republic, where people who will treat you just like equals. At the Pearson Republic, where people who will treat you just like equals. And we will never, ever fall. No, we'll never, ever, ever, ever fall. 'Cause we've got the strength of a million in our micronation. Yeah, we've got the strength of a million in our micronation. And we'll never, ever, ever, ever fall. No, we'll never, ever, ever, ever fall. No, we'll never, ever, ever, ever fall. No, we'll never, ever, ever, ever fall. 'Cause we've got the strength of a million in our micronation. Yeah, we've got the strength